Cleaning for Health is where we focus on high-touch cleaning areas and make sure we're disinfecting these consistently and regularly every day. We use an ATP meter to check our desks and surfaces to make sure that the custodians are cleaning and disinfecting each area properly. So we'll test the areas randomly, and what we've learned over the years is this is a valuable tool to ensure that the custodians are consistently cleaning and disinfecting all the high-touch surfaces in their area. During the day, we've hired extra custodial help to go and clean and disinfect the bathrooms in between each period. We're going to be hitting high-touch areas in the hallways, in between periods, large areas in between periods. And we're also going to be disinfecting before every lunch period in the lunchroom, in the gym, or any of the classrooms that we're using for lunch period. All those desks and eating surfaces will be disinfected prior to kids sitting down and eating lunch. So we have 28 custodial staff here, we have 8 maintenance people, and we have 4 grounds. They've all been working this summer inside to help us set up the building and set up the rooms for COVID. All the custodians went through a 10-part infectious control seminar this summer. So every custodian in the district has taken that course and has passed that course. And what the highlights of that is it's teaching the custodians about cross-contamination, how to minimize cross-contamination, how to break the chain of infection. We've been preaching to them that they're a vital part in us reopening the school, that what they're doing is so vitally important to keeping the teachers and the students safe, that our custodians are ready and trained to do a good job this school year. So we're still working our 3 shifts, but we have moved more people to the day shift so they can be able to do high-touch areas, restrooms, and things like that during the day. And then we do have most of the custodians work afternoon shift to clean both buildings, central and east. And we do have a few people on midnights who clean the CWC area because it's open from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they do the CWC area on midnights. We own 5 electrostatic sprayers here at the district. The transportation department has one. They use it nightly on all the buses. So what they do is bus people, they'll disinfect every bus using the electrostatic sprayer. We use it in the building in large areas, in some classrooms, in hallways, in common areas to disinfect, large areas. And athletics also uses it for sporting equipment, for football, for wrestling. The disinfectant we use all has 0 ratings on the health scale, on the SDS sheets, the safety data sheets. So it's very safe to use, but is a high-grade quality disinfectant that's approved by the EPA for COVID. So in the classrooms, all the desks and teachers' desks are all spaced out, following all the guidelines. Each classroom is equipped with disinfectant wipes, disinfectant spray bottle, paper towels, masks, and every room has at least 1 hand sanitizer. Many of them have 2 hand sanitizers in the room. Here at Lockport Township High School, we have an indoor air quality program. We've had this in place for around 10 years now. One of the components of the program is we test the CO2 levels in every classroom, and the classroom is full of students. We go ahead and we put a data logger, a CO2 data logger in the classroom when it's in use. We'll let it sit there for a period or 2, and then we'll take it to the next classroom. And at the end of the day, we'll download all the results to an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll convert those into a graph, and it gives us a real good visual of the classrooms that we tested. And if we find any problems in the classroom, if the CO2 levels are higher than what ASHRAE recommends, we'll go back to those classrooms and we'll check the dampers, we'll check the filters, we'll check the fan motors and see what the problem was, and then we'll correct the problem, check it again, and then we can go ahead and put that in our book that room has been done. We're very proud of that and very excited about being able to do that, because with us using a data logger and checking each classroom, it really ensures that this classroom is a healthy classroom, that we're bringing in ample amounts of fresh air, exhausting all the air that's in the room, and ensuring that it's a safe place for our students and staff. So in the past, we would keep our outside air dampers at a minimum position, what was designed by the architect. But now, because of COVID, we are opening all the outside air dampers to 100% on all our unit ventilators, our rooftop units, and our air handling units to ensure that we're bringing an ample, more than ample, fresh air into all these classrooms and exhausting all the air that's in the classroom. So there's very little recirculation of air in the classrooms. And so in the classrooms, we moved out all the non-essential items out of the classrooms. So this way we're able to spread out the desks to make sure we follow the guidelines and all of the desks facing the same way. Every other desk is a social distancing desk, and it's clearly marked for social distancing about where each student desk should be. So if they get moved around a little bit during the day, we'll be able to reset the desks exactly where they go, where they're supposed to go for the start of the next day. So the district has ordered 5,000 masks, and we also have a surgical mask in every classroom for any student that might have an accident or break their loop or lose their mask. So there is masks in every classroom. So the plan with the buses is every bus is outfitted with 24 seats. So the plan is that we will have 24 or less students on every bus. So every student will have their own seat. On many routes there's less than 24, so they'll be able to separate a little bit. They're being encouraged, the bus drivers are being encouraged to have the kids fill from the back to the front. So the first kid on the bus will take the back seat and so on to the front. And then likewise when they get off the bus, the deans will be holding the kids on the bus until they're able to get off the bus and separate and slowly go into the building and get temperature checked. And all the students that are getting on the bus are required to have a mask on the entire time that they're on the bus. So on the buses, there'll be no more than 24 kids on each bus. They'll be separated, and there'll be signs on each bus saying, that you have to wear a mask.